So you got zombies and you got beavers. This absolute sin against God. This amalgamation of a thing. This looks like me when I don't get my daily dose of cocaine.
You know, I dated a guy once. One of the easiest weeks of my life other than sex. That was brutal.
Hey man, you see that deer up there?
Yeah, I see.
I don't think you do.
So we cut to our protagonist crying in the bathroom.
Got a shit.
So Jen, our protagonist, on a girls trip with her friends Mary and Zoe because her boyfriend cheated on her. That's why she was all boo-hoo in the bathroom like a little bitch. And the rules of the girls trip is no phone, no boys, no clothes. Just kidding, but not really. We're then shown dick pics on a screen. This don't even look like a real dick. This looks like a fucking dildo. Mary turns on her Spotify and it's the worst music I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Want a break from the ads?
Turn that music off, Mary.
You seriously like this? You seriously don't?
Come here, don't listen.
Seriously, if someone was playing this shit while I was in the car, I'd shoot myself just so I don't have to listen to it. Meanwhile, this kid fucking dies. So the girls get to the cabin and the annoying neighbor lady comes in to say hello.
It's a pleasure.
What's up, biatch?
What?
So the girls start settling into the cabin and what the fuck is that? Who the fuck does that? The girls then realize there's no service up in the cabins and they start freaking out.
There's no fucking service.
So with no service, the girls decide to go for a swim and oh, titties!
What is that?
It's a dam, you dumb f***ing c***. So the girls go to investigate the dam because Jen thinks beavers are cute. And they somehow miss the fucking hazard barrel right there. And Zoe's staring straight at it. So I don't know how the fuck they're missing this. And not only that, but they mistake the hazardous waste as...
Is that green beaver urine? Oh my god.
Get scared off by this weird, creepy old man.
You might want to cover up. So we got decent folk out in this neighborhood. Family, you know, kids. You little bare stomachs. Weird-ass little tattoos.
Okay. He's a creeper.
I don't like them there tattoos and shit.
So later on, the girls get back to the cabin and Mary's asking the real fucking questions.
Is it popcorn or is it popped corn?
They start playing Truth or Dare, and this is one of the most fucked up games of Truth or Dare I've ever seen.
Would you rather watch your mom get murdered by your daddy or get raped by your daddy while your mom had to watch?
Then the girls hear a noise.
What was that?
It's your daddy, Jen.
Yeah, he's come to collect.
It turns out that it's just the boys.
Tommy, you asshole!
Zoe invited the boys to come over. She also invited fucking Sam. Why? If you're going to a getaway cabin for the weekend because your friend's boyfriend cheated on her, why the f would you invite that friend over? Why would you invite Sam over if he cheated on Jen? That's the whole reason you're going on this trip, is because you dumb f***ing. Any of y'all watched the game last night? So Jen confronts Sam and asks him if she knows who that girl in the picture is that he was cheating with.
What is that, seaweed?
Sam starts forcing himself onto Jen, and this is where we see he's a real piece of shit. Jen starts going with it for some reason, and no, never mind. She hit him so hard that his fucking bones cracked. Did you hear that shit? I get he's a piece of shit, but Jesus Christ, someone get him to a fucking hospital. So Jen decides to take a shower, and she hears something in the tub.
There was a beaver in the bathroom. It was fucking rabbit or something.
That's not how you hold a bat.
Dude, really? Fucking pussy.
Tommy's cool. Tommy's like my favorite character in this movie. Tommy then just starts going to town until finally he hits it so hard so many times that it just about cuts in half.
You want to get a garbage bag?
The next morning, the group decides to go for a swim in the lake because they think the water is safer than in the f***ing cabin.
The water's way safer than in the cabin.
Because, you know, it's not like beavers live in the f***ing water. Sam and Mary on the raft, and it's here we find out that Mary is the one in the picture that Sam cheated on Jen with. Which also means that Mary cheated on Tommy. So we don't like Mary. Jen just dips her toes in the water and feels something swim across and swipe her legs. She starts freaking out, then Buck gets dragged on the water. A beaver bit his foot off. For some reason, it gave it back to him and just spit it back out. When the group looks up, they see that Jen is gone. Jen is actually pretty smart here. She runs straight to the cabin and decides to call for help. The phone lines were cut by the beavers. And at that moment, the beaver from the bathroom the other night comes out and starts attacking Jen. I am fairly certain about 80% of this movie is just like fan service. There's no reason for this. What the fuck is this? Why? The beavers start circling around everyone on the raft.
They're coming.
Then they just pop up, bashing their heads through the floorboards on the raft. They start freaking out and they say they need a distraction. So Sam decided to pick up Gosling and fucking toss him into the water for a distraction. Sam then tries to justify his actions of throwing Gosling overboard, and she's not fucking having it. This is where things get interesting.
You would take his side. I'm not taking anyone's side. Oh, yeah? Tell that to Jen. That's right, Jen. The girl in the stupid picture with Sam. Fucking married.
I didn't know.
Tommy.
I feel you, brother. I've been there. Hoes ain't shit, man. Hoes ain't shit. So the group realizes that Buck isn't going to make it like this much longer and they need to go get for help. Tommy goes, I'll go. And Mary's all like, no, you can't. No, I love you. He's like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Bros before hoes. And Zoe's like, hey, I'll come too. Tommy and Zoe drag Buck to the car and then they're off. Sam decides to board everything up. He's not even strong enough to push the fucking drawer.
We've got to board up all of these windows. I'll do the heavy lifting. The girls are safe with me.
Fucking piece of shit. So Tommy, Zoe, and Buck are driving down the road and the road's blocked. The beavers blocked it off with the trees.
Hello? There's no one here.
You gonna steal him?
Yeah, whatever. We'll borrow them.
Tommy tells Zoe to go in the car and grab everybody else and drive off and try to find another way out while he goes on foot to try and go get help.
Look how they massacred my boy.
So a beaver pops up and Zoe misses a fucking clean shot right like 2 feet in front of her. The old man comes back. So they drag Buck into the truck and they go back to the cabin.
Do you realize that the whole point of a beaver is that it fucking chomps wood?
Oh, well, if you want me to cover the whole house with sheet metal, just say the word.
And he's got a point. So the second group comes back with Buck and they can't get in because all the doors are fucking boarded up.
The door's all boarded up.
So they can't get the boards off the door, so they decide to run to the neighbor's house. They get to the house and see that it's completely ransacked. So Jen sneaks into the room that Mary's sleeping in because she's a horny little bitch. And then we get some sexy time.
You never cared that Sam cheated, did you? You only cared that it was me.
And Jen turns into this thing. So Jen's a fucking zombie now. Yeah! She's supposed to be our fucking protagonist. So, what the fuck? I kind of like that though, not gonna lie. That the protagonist dies. Oh yeah, I forgot this was going on. Now, Jen turned to a zombiever because she got scratched on the leg back when the beaver was in the kitchen. Which means only one other thing could be happening right now. Yeah, Buck just starts eating the guy's face. Zoe, again, being a terrible shot, misses a fucking shot from like 3 feet away. She starts screaming and running up the stairs. She locks herself in the room, and we get this typical horror movie scene, which is done pretty well here. So the old lady starts attacking Zoe, and Zoe realizes that she's out of shots. And with no other option, instead of bucking her on the head with the back of the rifle, she jumps out the fucking window and fucking dies. Jen starts throwing it back.
She throwing it back. She love when I pull up with racks. She love when I'm grabbing her throat. Diamonds look fresh off a boat.
Mary starts freaking out because Jen turned and she starts telling Sam to take his clothes off to see if he got bitten. Whoa, hey, slow down there. Jen breaks out of the bedroom and they freak out and lock themselves in the bathroom. Mary is off the rails right now and telling Sam to take completely everything off to see if he got bitten. Fair enough. And of course, this whole thing happens for some fucking reason. Jen then breaks out on the floor and on another thing I can't show on YouTube. So while Jen's distracted with a mouthful of Mary decides to run away, and for some reason the house is on fire. I'm pretty sure they tell you in the movie. I don't fucking remember why. And when it seems like there's no escape, turns out Zoe's not dead, and she tells Mary to get in, and she's like, where's Jen? And she's like, just fucking drive. So while they're driving away, the man comes back as a zombie and starts shooting at him. So swerving out the way, Zoe ends up crashing into a tree, and now they're all surrounded. That bear from earlier? Yep, you best believe that he's a fucking zombie bear now. A zombie bear. So they pull the truck out and they finally start getting away, but Jen's on top of the truck. Zoe hits the brakes and Jen goes fucking flying.
I never liked that bitch anyway.
So you mean to tell me you went on this trip and you didn't even like the girl that you were going on the trip for? That's a woman. So the girls get to the spot where the tree's down and Zoe tells them that we have to go on foot now. Mary just pulls out her fucking Glock out. Where the fuck was that the whole time?
The glove compartment.
She thinks Zoe's bitten because all the scrapes and cuts on her. No, I just jumped out of the window like a dumbass. But Mary's not buying that shit. So right before Mary could shoot Zoe, she starts to turn. Alright. Damn, alright. Fuck me, stop. You're good, she's dead. Zoe, as the sole survivor of this trip, starts to walk off in the distance like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre perfect ending. This is where the movie comes full circle.
Hey, you see that girl?
Yeah, I see her.
I trust you.
And that's the movie. Surprisingly, this movie is fucking great. Despite all the shit that I talked about it. It's part of that Amazon horror movie rabbit hole that I talked about in my Nun movie. You should go watch that. And I plan to only get deeper into this rabbit hole until I lose my fucking mind. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching up to here. If you did, if you didn't, fuck you. I would tell you what I'm doing, but I really don't know where the fuck I am. I just put whatever.